Hey guys, A-Gun Angie with Backyard Shooting, and this does not look like an air gun because it's not an air gun. Like I've said before, I've changed my name to A-Gun because I don't always shoot air guns. I shoot some kind of gun. I will generally have a gun in my hand. And this is the Ruger Hawkeye 7mm 08, whatever you guys want to call it. And it's time for a review. So guys, like I said, this is the Hawkeye 7mm 08, whichever, from Ruger, and we're going to get into it. First off, aesthetics. From butt to muzzle, total length is 35.5 inches, and the length of pull is 12.5 inches, which is less than the average length of pull, like normally 14.75, something like that is average. So it's a little shorter, more compact. On the rubber butt pad, there is a shim, and it looks like you can add more if you need a longer length of pull, or take one out if you need it to be a little shorter. It has a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous black laminate stock with some stempling on the grip and the forearm. So it has a 16.5-inch stainless steel barrel that has a 1 to 8.5 right-handed twist rate. The total weight of this one is 6.2 pounds. Super light, super compact. Perfect for doing some stalking with. On the belly of the gun is the trigger guard, and the LC6 trigger features smooth, crisp performance. Absolutely lovely shooting experience for accuracy. Trigger does matter when it comes to accuracy. And on the front of the trigger guard is the button that you would press to release the integrated mag system. The capacity of this integrated mag system is 4 bullets tops, and it's super easy to load. And as you can see, it has a gorgeous Ruger emblem on the steel mag plate for a little added beauty. So on the rear of the stock and the forearm, you'll find swivel studs where you can easily attach a sling. Here we have the action, and there is a 3-point safety. This is on safe. You cannot pull the trigger. You can't release the bolt. It is safe, 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 which is nice when you're walking through the woods. The second point, which is right there, you still can't pull the trigger, but you can actually put a bullet in the chamber. And then there is the third point where it is on fire. You can pull the trigger and you can jack the bolt. It has the dovetail rails, which has the integrated steel rings. These come with it. I actually had to request 30mm. What was sent with it was 1 inch, so I had to request the 30mm. So make sure that you know what optic you're going to be mounting on here and you get the appropriate rings. I have the Hawk Sidewinder 30 side focus. We've got the 4-16 by 50, super sweet piece of glass with plenty of aim points, horizontally, vertically, and a little extras. This one's a little small, a little compact. It is actually called the Laminate Compact. That's why I picked it. Maybe this isn't something you like the looks of, the aesthetics, the weight, the length, the whatever, length of pull. Maybe you want something a little longer. Maybe you want a different color stock, a different style. Guess what? Ruger makes a different style in these Hawkeyes. They have multiple choices. They have the Hunter, long range target, compact, Alaskan, the FTW Hunter, the Predator, this one of course, guide gun, long range hunter, standard, and the African, which they all vary in lengths, they all vary in styles, ergonomics. There is definitely a variance in those. All the different versions of the Hawkeye guys come in different calibers. I really am not going to go over every version and every caliber they are available in. I will go over the calibers that this exact one is in, and it's available in 243, which we love 243. It's also available in 308 and this one, 7mm 08. So you've got 3 different calibers to choose from in this fantastic, short, compact, lightweight bolt action rifle. All right guys, so that's pretty much it for the aesthetics, and on to operation. This one also has the non-rotating Mauser type controlled round feed extractor, which is among the most positive case extraction systems ever invented. So that means no jams. Let's see if I get any jams. Let's go ahead and move on to the range. Yeah, let's take it out to the range. We're gonna shoot it at 50 yards. Got a few bullets out here that we're gonna be checking out. I think that one was high, so I'm actually gonna adjust my windage. Oh, I see where the other one went, and I adjusted the wrong way. I just messed up my shot grip for the other ones. I thought it shot high. It was actually shooting really low and left. Looks like we shot low. I'm pretty sure that one went low. So I'm going to bring it up. Yeah. Right there. So at 50 yards, there's a couple of favorites. There's a couple that didn't shoot well at all. The Hornady Superformance, those ones didn't shoot very well. And the Remington Core-Locked, those didn't shoot well either. But the Fiocchis, which I didn't have very many because I'd already been shooting it a good bit, so I didn't have very many of the Fiocchis left. Those were the first bullets they sent me. But I also had Winchester PowerPoints. Those ones were beautiful as well. So we've got two favorite 50 yards. I'm not going to be able to do any further ammo testing at 100 yards because I am out of the Fiocchis. But this isn't really, like I said, going to be a long distance rifle. As far as velocity, it may not really be important to report the velocity of the pellets. I'm so used to shooting air guns, of the ammo that didn't do well, but we're going to do it anyways. The ones that did the best, the chronograph didn't pick the numbers up, so I apologize. I don't have the number on those, but I have the number on the Remington Core-Locks, which didn't do great. They were pushing an average of 2,708 feet per second. Then the Winchester Deer Seasons, which they did pretty good. They come in second place. So those ones were pushing 2,614 feet per second. Those are 140 grain. Both of the last two that I spoke on are 140 grain bullets. And then the Hornady Superformance, which really did terrible. They were pushing 2,576 feet per second, and they were 139 grain bullets. I would imagine the Fiocchi High Performance are going to be pretty similar to that because they were also 139 grains. So they'd probably be pushing about the same. So plenty of power, plenty of accuracy at 50 yards with the Fiocchi and the Winchesters. All right, and let's check the trigger pull. 1 pound, 14.9 ounces. 1 pound, 13.1 ounces. So less than a 2 pound trigger. Now I did take this back to 100 yards and I have misplaced my 100-yard target, but they didn't do very well anyways. I don't know if it was because after shooting this a few times, the recoil does get to you, which is not normal. Generally, people don't go out to the range just to shoot a box of ammo with a hunting rifle. Maybe some people do, but generally that's not the case. We get it sighted in and get it ready to go into the stand and hopefully take that one most important shot. Well, by the time I finished testing it at 50 yards and then moved it back to 100, my shoulder was just a little bit sore. So I don't know if it didn't do well because of me or if it didn't do well because it's not a 100-yard gun. I will definitely do another video later on, especially when I get some more Fiocchi bullets, to test it at 100 yards without shooting it at 50 first, so that I'll be fresh and I won't have a sore shoulder. But at 50 yards, beautiful. And so after finding that out, it was time to take it into the stand and see how it is as a hunter. This is actually a great gun for many different reasons. So I did mount a sling on this one and I carried it into the woods. I carry camera equipment, all sorts of things in there with me. So having that sling is a huge help to me. I remember one particular evening that I was headed into the stand and I had all my equipment in my hands and I'm almost to the stand and I go, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna say it now, but oh, I didn't bring my rifle. I thought I had left my rifle at the house, but it was so light, it was actually slung over my shoulder, but it was so light I didn't even realize it was there. And then just for a brief moment, I had to freak out like, oh, I gotta go all the way back home and get my rifle. Otherwise, what's the point of me sitting? I realized that I did have it on me. So that was just a testimony to how comfortable of a carry this rifle can be. So I got up in my stand and I sat. I sat for probably a couple of weeks. Then I went out. I didn't see anything that I wanted to shoot because I was going after a big buck. I went out of town for a little while and I came back and I went and sat. And it had been so long since I deer hunted, I went ahead and decided that if a big doe came out, I was going to take it because I wanted to see what this Ruger 7mm-08 would do. So that's exactly what happened. A big doe came out with a half-grown yearling and another doe, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and take the doe. So I placed the high shoulder shot, and I've never shot a deer and had it drop and not kick. They always kick. This one, she drew her legs up in, and that was it. She was done. She did not move after that. She was super done. I'd never seen that before, but I got to experience it with this rifle. So there are a few different variables that contribute to the success on the hunt. It is not just the rifle, it's the bullet, it's the point of impact. It has, yes, everything to do with all of those. But I'd never seen that before. So this rifle definitely holds a special place in my heart. I got my first, what do they call it? The off switch. I experienced the first off switch with this one. So dropped her, didn't move. The only thing that really kind of sucked about that hunt was that right before dark, the buck that I had been after, 10 point, that I had been after, came in, circled around the corn pile because he saw her there and took off. I couldn't get a shot on him. So I was a little disappointed about that, kicking myself for killing the doe. I should have waited, but you never know. I mean, you really never know who or what's going to show up. So that's my experience at the range and in the blind in the deer stand with the Ruger 7mm-08. Absolutely a success. I am confident in this one as a hunter. So if you're looking for a deer rifle, a predator rifle, you can get another. You can get the rail drilled and tapped and get like a pick rail put on it, which is what I plan to do, so I can mount my ATN optics on it so it can be my predator gun. So there is that option. This is just how it comes to you out the box. It does kind of limit what kind of optics you can put on it. But I am keeping this one, and I do plan on making this my predator gun, so it is going to have to wear an ATN, and I'll get that fixed. But that's going to be it for the Ruger Hawkeye 7mm-08. A great rifle, whether you just like shooting at the bench, which bullets are too expensive for that, right? Go sight it in and get it ready for the stand. But maybe you're not a hunter. This is really a great rifle. Maybe you're a collector. It's beautiful. It really does remind me of the 7mm Mauser, just the action and the way it looks. So it's very cool. I'm A-Gun Angie. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Ruger. Y'all don't just have a good day. Have an awesome one. See ya.